probably
Let's
agree.
do it. Let's do it. Uh-oh. I am not feeling confident about the way that was lagging. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a ton of confidence out of that. Let's see. Are we a part of the stream? Yes, we're in the stream. It says there's one person. What are you reading about?
Somebody found dead in Mingo County, West Virginia. Burnt to death.
Found what? Burnt to death?
I think that's
When was
what it said.
that?
July 13th. There's a police officer shot today, too, in Beckley,
Wow.
in the elbow. The guy's on the loose. Why would you shoot a police officer? That's the stupidest thing you could do. Wouldn't it? Why?
I think
Kiss
shooting,
your life bye-bye.
I think shooting at a police officer should be life.
Yeah, because
Period.
then the person has, really, then that police officer can either shoot back. He has a hard decision to make, too, Been shot at.
Well, if you're being shot at, it ain't a real hard decision.
Yeah.
You know?
But usually if you defend yourself and shoot somebody as a cop, they pit you off anyways. It seems like, why do they do that? And they investigate it. I guess just to make sure it was.
Well, and probably for a little bit of a mental health break for the officer, because I'm sure it's kind of rough on you having to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
I had to put down an animal one time. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine. Well, I don't know. Would that make it easier I guess if I felt like I was protecting somebody, it'd probably help a lot. I hate the stories of like somebody accidentally shot a kid thinking they were reaching for the gun and it turned out it was something else. Those are the horror stories. Those would be the ones you did never want to have to live with.
No.
Right?
No. That'd be bad.
Valerie, single mom 04, Brandy Shelton. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey.
Jesse, I ain't even seen Jesse yet. I swear I felt like something's
not right.
Launched right. I don't know. We'll see.
I think there's some other lives maybe going on. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's okay.
I want to let some people get in there before we started because I don't want to have to play that for everybody twice.
Yeah.
Because this is so weird, this case, man. And the thing is, she's back. She's safe.
We've been talking, me and Jonathan's been talking about it for what, 2 days? Since this happened, probably. Well, since I think I brought it up to you.
Yeah, you
told me. Days.
It seems like, though.
It's only, I think she went missing Thursday night.
She went missing on the night of the 13th and returned home on the 15th.
Yeah.
So it was Saturday, right?
48 hours, they said, yeah.
And she was gone about 48 hours.
What happened those 48 hours? That's what we don't know.
And I hate the footage. The footage is just like it reminds me of the Carlee Russell case. You see headlights that you can't barely make anything out. And it's odd, though. I never realized how many cameras you're on constantly.
Yeah. On the interstate.
You down on the interstate, screwing off, messing around, screwing up. Guess what?
You get caught.
You get caught. You go on camera.
You think they would have better quality cameras, though? Nowadays, that thing was awful blurry.
But you don't know how far away that is from the thing either, right?
Right.
I wonder if 911 can link into them. Because it looks like that'd be handy for them, when they get a call and they know where it's at, if they can link to that camera and actually give a visual to the officer of what they're looking at. We'll let a few more trickle in before we really get into it, though. But that's what we want to talk about because it is odd.
Very odd.
Extremely odd. Top Dog, hello.
Hello, Top Dog.
Bama Cat. Angie Davis.
Hello, Angie.
What's up?
Long time no see.
A big sup to Angie
Well, it hasn't
Davis.
been too long. I'll see you.
Yeah, it ain't been that long.
I shouldn't have said that.
Here, I got something we'll show y'all while we're filling in a little bit. Y'all look at this. This is Taylor's rainbow from the other day, right? Good looking rainbow.
Yeah, she drew that. Didn't she do a good
Yeah,
job?
it's nice. So mommy taught her how to do the clouds like that.
Mm-hmm.
Give you credit.
Yeah.
Shout out. Shout out to mommy on the cloud design.
I go out there and draw pictures. I say it wasn't me, just messing with Taylor. Then I'm like, he says he drew that. I'm like, it was me. He don't believe me. I draw pretty good.
That ain't how it works.
Mm-hmm.
We act like Taylor, like we don't know who drew it. Like
Yeah.
Randy will draw some shit, and then I'll go be like, Taylor, quit drawing on this eyeball. Give it a break. That thing's always drawn.
Right.
What do you mean I ain't? I'm like, well, who drew this? Mommy.
I just mess with her.
I think she's wise to our shit though.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was earlier that Taylor drew, and then bam, look what we just seen. Booyah.
It was prettier in person. You can see it pretty good on there, right?
You can see it pretty decent in that picture though, can't you?
Yeah, but the strangest thing, it only lasted what, a minute or two?
Faded quick, well, from when we seen it. Who
Yeah.
knows how long it was out
Yeah.
there. But I hadn't seen one in a long time.
That makes a good picture. The mountains and the hills.
Yeah, shows all the greenery around.
Yeah. It's really green around here right now, it seems like.
That picture don't do it justice though, man.
No.
When I went out there and looked at it, you could make it out so good. All the colors. I hadn't seen a rainbow in forever, it seems like. You know that?
Mm-hmm. I will tell you the air quality is awful here where we live. I don't know where you guys live. Like, it's actually foggy outside. You notice that?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't. It's bad.
Naughty Tina. Good evening.
Hey, Tina.
Rhonda Bailey. Hello. Moms. That's Granny. Rhonda Bailey's in the house.
That's Mama.
That's who?
Mama, that's what I call her. It's his mom. That's what the kids call her. I call her my mom.
Taylor got a big swim date over there tomorrow.
Hey, Mama.
But here, well, I think what I can do is, man, the only thing is, if I share it, hold on, let me think. Oh no. Look at the internet. Did you see that? Guys, are we lagging?
I hope not.
I hope not either.
Hope we got our stuff together. Carl will be over here getting on her case.
Give single mom of 4 a wrench. She said she lost it.
Okay. I didn't take it. I'll give it to you. I have to go change. It'll be just me. I have to change my profile.
Yeah, give her just a second. She'll get you back. We need more, I think.
Yeah.
See. It doesn't show on my screen who has one and who don't.
Yeah. If
Are
you
we
want to help,
lagging?
you can give us or let us know. If you'd like to help.
Are we lagging, y'all?
I don't know. I'm watching it right now. We're good. We're just fine. Now I lost our live stream.
Yes. Somebody said yes.
Oh, we are? I'm sorry if we are.
I hope we're not, man. We ain't had no issues in a long time. I thought I fixed the thing. I still don't see Jessie either.
We're trying to wait for her to come in too, so hold on, it'll be just a minute.
Yeah, y'all just hold on 1 second. So are we lagging? Are we breaking up? I usually don't have that issue. I'm hoping it's not too bad. Yes, I might be lagging. It's storming here in Virginia. Yeah, that's where we're at, right where you are, and it's storming here. That's what I was kind of worried about. But Brandy wouldn't hear about it. Nah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I said, well, storming.
There's you got your rich back. That was single mom before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lonnie, Tina, were you was she a wrench? You want to be a wrench? You want to help out?
She don't have one.
She don't have one.
Let me give
either.
her one anyway.
She's always in here, right?
Yeah.
No pressure. If you want to help, you can. I'll give you a wrench.
Yeah, just because you got a wrench don't mean you got to use it. But anyway, here, let me show you her picture. We'll go ahead and go with it. This is, hold on. Her name is, oh,
Carlee Russell. It showed her picture on here, then it went off.
there we go. Her given name is Carlee Russell, but she goes by Carlee Russell. Okay. So this was the, shit, wrong page, hold on. On the 13th, around 9:30, she's going down the interstate. And what she does is she calls 911, right? And she tells 911 that she sees an infant on said road that she's traveling. She's going home. Apparently, from what we learned, she's picked up some food. She's heading home. She's about 10 minutes from her house. Going down the interstate, she calls 911. She says she sees an infant/toddler. Did she say that? Hey, I don't think that.
Wearing a diaper, a bit taller. They said 3 to 4.
3 or 4-year-old on the side of this busy interstate. And when you see this video in a minute, you're going to be able to see it is extremely busy.
Very busy.
Because this is at past 9:30 at night, and there's this much traffic.
Yeah.
Okay. And the odd thing is, throughout all this, she is the only person that reported seeing this toddler.
Right.
Nobody else called that in. Just her. Okay. What?
There's a lot of odd stuff.
And we're going to go ahead and play the film. Now, the film is about the whole duration of when she first sees it to the end. So, y'all.
Well, yeah, she first seen it, then she called 911, okay, and then reported it. Then she had called a family member and was on the phone with them. What?
Yeah, I was going to add that after we showed it.
Oh, I thought you were going to show the whole thing. Okay, go ahead. You want to show the whole video?
Yeah, I'm going to show the whole video right here. This is the whole 2.5 minutes it takes, basically, for this all to go down. If I can find the video now, you didn't go. Here we go. Y'all watch this. And notice that this is busy where she's at, where this is happening. There's cars everywhere for the majority of it. Please. Oh, good. We can talk too. Yeah, it usually mutes us when we play that. That's what I was worried about.
They probably would know what's going on. I guess they've read about it.
All right, y'all see she's already stopped, right? It looks like right there, a door opens, and then you see a brake kind of in the brake lights. She walks around, and that's about all I can see.
I can see the other door open, and she stands there for a good minute, probably not less than a minute. You can see her figure there if you look closely.
See, and you can tell there's somebody there. It looks like throughout it for the longest of time. This is the best film. And see, I even highlighted it one more. There's a setting on my editing software that I think helped out some. This one guy managed to get the blinking lights out of it. You could see it better. But even from the beginning, you never see, the child. And like, if you start before she gets there, the cars that are going down the road, their headlights are shining pretty bright, and I can never see the child.
What don't make sense to me is how far in front of you can you see a kid? You know what I mean? She would have had it in my thought. I would have thought she's seen it, then pulled back around. You know, is what I'm thinking. There's no way you could see a kid like a half a mile in front of you calling 911 off the call with 911 when she pulled over. That
See,
don't make no sense.
that's the thing. You wouldn't have. The odd thing too is you wouldn't have think she'd have had time to stop the first time
No.
she seen the kid, right? And even if she doubled back around, the odd thing is when she pulls off, you would think she would walk toward that kid, and you would think that kid would be in front of the car. You would assume, right? And if she passed the kid, then you think she'd be walking backwards against traffic up the road, but that's not what happens. She walks around to the other side, and then it's basically like you just can't see her in it anymore.
Like a vehicle goes by, and then I don't see her. It kind of looks like maybe somebody's walking toward the woods, but you can't make it out great.
See, and it's really it's like a couple 3 minutes maybe before the cop gets there, and it's so wild. I've heard other people say something about a car. I never see a car in the whole thing.
Yeah, they've reported a white male, and
I don't know if that was parked up the road from it or whatever, but there it went off, and it goes off there because it's right after that the cop pulls up. And in that shot, it's even worse for some reason. All you can see is a blue flashing light, and that's it. And, you know, I can't make out nothing from that film.
Yeah. And the whole time she supposedly is on the phone with her brother's girlfriend or fiance.
But she calls 911, and this was questionable too. You would think the 911 operator would have told her to stay on the line, right? I would think.
Well,
but no, she gets off the phone with the 911 operator, then calls her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law says she hears her say something. What is it she says?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Or something like that.
To the child, and then shortly after there's a scream, right?
Something like a scream, they said. Yeah. So the way I'm just saying, I don't know. They said scream, and then they took it back and said something else. I don't know. I don't want to say it wrong. But yeah, something like that. But anyways, I just think it's weird because if she's on the phone with that sister-in-law, she would have had to been on the phone with her going around her car that whole time, you know? So that don't make sense at all.
And then, you know, the cops come there, and by the time the cops get there, it's completely, she's gone, right? No sign of her.
No kid.
No kid, nothing. They find her phone, I think the car's still running, right? Her wig's there, her purse, and her Apple Watch are there. Now, I thought it was really interesting that her Apple Watch was still there. Because if it come off, you would think, yes, it's possible there was a struggle and the watch come off. Or you could think the Apple Watch had to come off because it would be a way you could track somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think there's something to that for it coming out in a statement. They threw that in there, the Apple Watch. You know what I mean? Because I don't think the Apple Watch was on the ground, but they said that she left it behind. So why would the law enforcement say that, you know?
Well, then if you think about it on the flip side, think about this. If you're going to use a child to get somebody to stop on a busy-ass interstate.
That's a bad plan.
That's such a wild way to abduct someone. Number one, y'all seen all that traffic. How are you going to be able to target any one person? It could have been a cop that stopped, a trooper, a trucker. I mean, was they fishing for anybody?
The only thing, maybe robbery, is the only thing that would fit there, but I don't think anything else would, you know? they're just trying to look to rob somebody. But that's the only way it would work, probably. You know, like
I don't know, man. I think the whole thing is very, very suspicious.
if it's trafficking, usually they do like women and they target younger women. You know, how would you know it would be a woman that would stop? You know,
That's the worst place on the world you could set up something like that.
yeah. What are they going to do if a guy stops? You know,
Well, I was shocked too. Around here, it wouldn't have been uncommon for somebody else to have stopped and checked on her because she had her hazard lights
Yeah.
on and everything else. And, I think in a lot of places it'd probably be like that.
around here, yeah, you stop. There's usually somebody that'll pull up. A couple of people. Do you need help? You know, where we live, I don't know if it's like that everywhere.
Where Brandy's a woman, if she gets a flat
Yeah.
tire, I've never made it there in time to change it except like once.
Yeah.
And she's had some incident. Well, I'm not. There's always been somebody stop to offer help.
Yeah, it's nice being a woman when it comes to that stuff.
And
But you gotta be careful too. So.
yeah, I'll be very, very careful.
But a lot of stuff don't make sense.
It makes
Okay.
zero sense that number one, unless the kid's way off to the side of the road,
And she's walking down there, maybe.
you can't. That's the only way I could see that
Yeah.
any of it makes sense. But then the part where all of it goes down, that still don't make much sense. Why she would walk around the back of the car to the other side.
First, it looks like she's doing something inside the car. I swear. So it don't.
It's almost like that could be walking around and just.
Yeah, throwing her stuff up.
I hate to say that, and God, I hope. Well, I don't want to say I hope we're wrong, but then if we are wrong, something horrible happened to her,
Mm-hmm.
because that's about the creepiest shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Like a motorist getting baited and kidnapped by somebody using a toddler.
Sick.
That's why she was gone so quick. Someone else or police could stop.
Maybe. You think they might have grabbed her? Is that what y'all were saying? Maybe.
No, I think most people think it's pretty suspicious,
Yeah.
like we do.
Just think about this too. Wouldn't she be screaming? You know? Well, they probably couldn't hear her because of traffic, but
911 should have kept her on the phone and
Mhm.
told her to stay in the car until law enforcement arrived. See, that's kind of what
Mhm.
I find it odd that I
Is that
always
okay?
would assume 911's mission is to make sure whatever the call is resolved, right?
Well, sometimes. Yeah, but I think it depends. Like we've called before and they hang up on me when that guy broke in our house. Which a lot of cases they do stay on the line until they get there.
She came home on foot, so where's the car now? I'm assuming they had it towed that
Yeah.
night, I would guess.
Maybe more serious stuff, they make the person stay online, but I don't know with every call. Y'all might be able to answer that.
Toddler in a busy damn intersected highway with traffic winging by is pretty serious in my book. I don't know. It seems like it could be dangerous.
Yeah, like somebody dying or murder or something like that, maybe.
Be the outcome very fast. Yeah. After somebody's already dead, where's the emergency then? Had an incident here a couple of years ago in Mobile, Alabama. Someone was putting a baby doll in a car seat, putting it on the side of the interstate. People was waiting for them to pull over to carjack. Wow. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not ruling it out.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, it's just such an odd, peculiar way to get you a victim. And they didn't take the car, so it wasn't a carjacking. That wasn't the motive.
No.
You know, and you're really rolling the dice thinking that it's going to be a woman that stops, because I would have thought for sure any man that would see that would stop right then and there. I would think. I definitely would.
Mm-hmm.
She hung up on 911 and went to the woods and met her 17-year-old boyfriend. Yeah, I hear y'all. I've seen that. I've seen the red roof thing too.
Yeah.
The rumor.
That's weird too.
I don't know. And when we heard about this, I told Brandy, I was like, well, we got a background check service. Let's make use of it. And I looked up her background, squeaky clean.
Yeah, there's nothing on background.
The whole family, dad, mom. There's a couple more I'm not positive, but squeaky clean. Not a ticket among them.
Yeah, so.
And, it seemed like she was going to be a nurse. I don't know. What's off-putting, though, is that film, wondering what's going on. She's right there. How is it she's just gone? They was waiting in the woods and would run out and carjack the people that was stopping to check on the baby in the car seat here in Mobile, Alabama. Scary as heck. Yeah.
See, yeah. People are dirty like that, so I guess people do stuff like that.
But like I said, they didn't take nothing. They didn't even get her phone. They didn't get nothing except her. It's like they were targeting a person. If that's what they were doing, their target was the person, not the car. So.
And they left the purse in the car, so, if they're going to rob somebody.
It wasn't robbery. They didn't kill her. She's back home, so they didn't do it to murder. I'm telling you, it's got all the fine clues and looks of what could possibly be a hoax. I'm sorry to say it, but if it ain't, then I'll apologize later. But I'm telling you, it looks really weird to me.
Yeah, me too, definitely. But, maybe it was something, a mental breakdown, they said, or something. If it did happen, that there's no baby, and that she walked off or something. Because it would be a bad idea to do that. What reason would you have to stage your own abduction? What would she get out of that? You got to think about that too.
Yeah, but my thing about though, people are saying it's a red ruffian staying with her boyfriend. Why go through all that?
Yeah, she's 25 years old.
She's 25 years old. She did live with her parents, but still, that's really not too bright, is it? I'm confused by it all, but I hate to say it. Sherry Papini does come to mind, Bama Cat said. That's what I told Brandy last night when we seen it. I said, what was her name, Brandy? Sherry Papini? And he's like, yeah, that's what this kind of feels like.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear about that 19-year-old? They just found she escaped from a house where they held her hostage for over 30 days, tied up somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's crazy, too. Scary. There's crazy people out there.
I tell you, though, I just can't believe that the Carlee Russell thing.
Me either. If it happened the way they're saying, like, their plan would have had to go like flawless to pull that off. The abductor, they would have had to got the kid out there, got her out of there without making a big scene, and away from the scene where they couldn't track her down.
Make sure she didn't have her phone or her watch on her. They got lucky on that.
Yeah.
I mean.
And then I guess if it did happen, maybe there's so much heat on the case they didn't want her anymore. They let her go, I guess. So they're like, we don't want you anymore. It's too much trouble. Yeah, you can go on. Go on home. Go on. Really?
Yeah, but they had to know. But see, even if you think that, which I've heard a lot of that go around, even if you think that, you got to think the way you pulled this shit off was going to draw tons of attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a kidnapper and you decide to go with the flair of using a kid as bait and all that, you're going to draw a lot of attention to the situation. That's not a regular kidnapping where she was on her way home from work, never seen again. There'd have been a much simpler way to do it. That's why I just feel like this is a hoax.
Yeah.
And the more I talk about it, the more I feel confident enough to keep saying that.
Yeah, how hard is it to get a kid to act I guess you would have to teach it. Hey, go out there and stand. Don't stand too close to the interstate. Just stand right there. You know.
I mean, and damn, that's such a gamble playing with a kid's life. I mean, it would.
Taylor would be running everywhere.
Oh,
I couldn't do that. Could you? Hey, Taylor, go stand over there. Like, not in the road. Over here, just stay still. No.
I watched the video a few times. I just couldn't see anything. Yeah, me and Brandy watched about 20 different ones, about 10 times a piece, and we've got down to, you can definitely see the driver's side's open. She walks around the back of the car to the other side. That door opens. It looks like she's there for a while, moving back and around in a little bit, and then I swear it seems like there's a box truck that goes by.
And after that.
And when that box truck passes, she is just gone. You can't see her no more. And somebody said something about the cops. The first cop came like right after it went off what I played, and then there's another one right behind it. So they did. I mean, they got there fairly fast, a few minutes.
They said the responded, I think, within 4 to 5 minutes.
3 to 4 is what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she get sent to UAB after returning home? She was like in shock or something. Well, they said she was sent home. The report I said never said she was in shock. It said she was taken for observation and released fairly. She didn't have, it seemed like, no injuries that was noted, right?
And also, I would think law enforcement would have had already came out with a statement saying, you know,
see, that's what
be on the lookout if there's somebody still actively out there, you know. So.
If they thought that she had been kidnapped, you would think they would be at least saying be cautious because this happened, right?
The description of the person, you know. Or
well, I'm thinking, you know, you could say, well, maybe she didn't give the description yet or whatever, but you would think at least they would reinforce that there's something to worry about, and they said much of nothing.
No, they just have to investigate it. You know, that makes me think more. You know, something's not right if they have to, which they would have to investigate either way. I'm just saying they really haven't released any information.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Carlee may have just left without notifying anyone, but the others came up with the abduction scenario to locate her. Should Carlee be held accountable for the misuse of resources? Well, I mean, yeah, I think if this turns out it was a hoax, I mean, or if like you were saying, it was somebody in the family that thought by saying that, you know, it might make them look for her faster or something. Yeah, I mean, you can't just do shit like that, you know.
What would somebody in the right mind? Why would you pull over on the interstate and just disappear? Of course, your family's gonna be worried, you know.
Yeah.
So.
As far as Summer Wells goes, do you think Summer may have went down to the main road and some speeding car came along and hit her? Maybe Summer screamed or Candace screamed.
Maybe, you never know.
It's possible.
Yeah. I think she went to that road more than what they said.
Yeah.
I think, it's a possibility. Or somebody just drove by there, opportunity, took her. You never know.
I think that's a good possibility. I think that's why, you know, I stick with, I think the only thing I feel really confident about is Candace's line about how it went down.
Yeah. The timeline.
The she went down to the basement shit. No, she didn't. She didn't disappear in a snap of the fingers from that basement. That didn't happen. And see, what got me too is I remember they act like that there was no chance she'd ever wander off the least bit. You know, Sherpy Senior said he's seen them playing in the road and stuff before, right? That's why I don't see why people put so much into the footprints and none of that, because she lived there. I mean, you could probably find my daughter's footprints in a bunch of damn different places any given day of the week. You know, it's your home area, right? Now, some of the ones that's further off, maybe have, I don't know, man. Then I don't get how you can identify it to a specific person, none of that, or a date for sure. You cannot date when that footprint got put there.
I heard a lot about the footprints, but no law enforcement ever said anything about it, you know.
Never.
So I just don't know really about the footprints.
Yeah.
They would be all over those, you think, you know, when they're searching for.
See, and Judith, I agree with you. She says, why leave a Mercedes or purse, etc., to go to a Red Roof Inn? Carlee had money. Why would you pull this stunt to see a boy? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That don't make any sense. Why you would do that to see a boy? You know, even if it was a thing of she didn't want somebody finding out about it, that's still a wild way to go about that. You know.
No, I was reading on here. So they did. Their mom saying that they heard a scream. They heard nothing, then a little scream. So she must have screamed. It's like she. So that makes me think, even if she, you know, it's a hoax and she planned it, that she had ill intentions by screaming. You know what I mean? To make her family think she's in trouble.
Well, if it's a hoax, then that's exactly what the scream was for.
Yeah.
Was to sound the alarm. Why else would you do that?
Yeah.
You know, and to get that narrative going, you know. And see, that's what's wild about it, because, you know, if somebody's going to do this and they're thinking this out, that's the worst thing you could have done was scream, because that's going to get them looking for you that much faster. Right? Instead of you just not making it home, you won't call them and go through all this. That's why it's so weird.
You go back and forth, you know.
They have lawyered up too. See, I don't know. Are you positive on that? So glad she's alive.
I'm glad she's alive too.
Yeah, amen. Because when I heard that story at first, I was like, that is the most horrible shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Some poor innocent woman stopping to save a kid on a busy interstate and poof, just disappears.
To be honest with you, I probably would have stopped.
I think I would say 90% of women would probably have stopped.
I've seen people on there, I wouldn't stop, but I'd stop. I wouldn't get out of my car, you know, lock the doors, hold the windows up. I would be so scared that kid would run in the road, you know, or something. So probably a lot of y'all would have done the same thing. I would have, you know.
Yeah, I think most people would have. And it just makes me wonder, though. I think one of the biggest telltales for me that makes me think it was the hoax is nobody else
seen the kid. Yeah.
You know,
all those people going by.
Yeah, if you look at that traffic, man, that traffic is pretty thick.
Yeah, and she said it had a white diaper on. The white shows up pretty good in the dark. You know, you think they could see the kid.
You know, like. It just seems so hard that she would have spotted a kid. None of the rest of them.
Dark, yeah, that long of a distance. How in the world?
And that is a busy road. Look at all them cars that's went by already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Does anybody see a kid? Have y'all seen a kid if you watched the video?
I haven't seen nothing except her. But that makes you wonder, where would she have went from there?
Yeah. A lot of people say they see a lot of movement under that sign, which I see some, but I think it's reflections. I really do. You can't really make it out to say what it is. You know?
See, all I can see is it looks like there's a person standing at the door.
Yeah.
And see, they're still there. They're still there.
Yeah, then like you said, there'll be a box truck to come, and after that, you can't see much at all. Right.
Yeah. I think it's this one right here. When it goes by, it's like I can't. Well, maybe it ain't that one.
Yeah, I think so. It's real big.
Do you still see them now? At this point?
Yeah, a little shadow in the flashing right there. Yeah. It's like they're bent over.
Where her car was parked on the other side of the woods are nice homes. Someone could have met her there.
See them there. See, after that truck, I don't see anything.
Was that the truck?
So. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really see nothing now.
See, I hate that shit. I can't back it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see nothing now, do you?
No.
See, I thought there's something under the sign, but I think it's a white post. I see that one, but right beside it, there's another one.
Where a car was parked. Oh, never mind. Someone out of the bushes. If you zoom in, you can see them. Yeah.
See, I was thinking that too, but I don't know. I seen both. People think there was somebody in the bushes back there.
I tell you, we messed with it some yesterday, and I can make it look like you can see all kinds of shit if you tinker with it some.
Yeah.
If it was just a little bit better, man, you could tell exactly what it was, you know?
I just never see no other person around the vehicle myself. I don't see anything. Unless, like y'all, unless she went down further into the woods.
Suzette, I never said the footprint wasn't confirmed. I said you can't date a footprint.
Yeah. Well, I said I didn't think law enforcement came out and said they,
Yeah, she's saying EquiSearch confirmed it. Yeah. She's going to be in a ton of trouble if this was a hoax. Is all I can say.
All the people looking for her.
Hell, I don't know why. I don't know about the secret boyfriend stuff.
What benefit would it?
That just seems like such a dumb thing to do. She's a nursing student and all that.
Yeah. What would she get out of it other than attention? Have you thought about that? About staging that?
I don't know why you would do it.
Unless mental issues,
I don't understand her mom and some others upset because people want to know what happened. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, people want to know what happened because people, for one thing, want to know if the other women should have something they should be concerned about. If there's a child that everybody needs to be super concerned about, because if there is a child out there being used as bait to kidnap people, I guarantee you it's not living the best life.
No.
So, people can get upset about people asking questions, but until those questions are answered, they're going to have to deal with it.
Because it's taxpayer dollars that goes into investigating these scenarios. Really, I think the people should have a response of what happened at least, all the energy that went into it and resources that went into it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big screw up if you ask me.
Yeah, so that's my opinion.
But and I tell you what, it's pretty dirty to do to your family because I swear them parents don't seem like to me they were in on it.
No, they're sad parents want their kid to come home.
It felt like to me that if it was a hoax, they wasn't privy to that information, was they?
No.
So I did y'all a favor. I took one for the team. I managed, because about the only time you hear a peep out of Donner Candace is on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought what I would do is I would help y'all out, and I would watch everything the whole week, get everything said, and sum it up from y'all, edit it down into basically what was said this whole week. I managed to get into 12 seconds. That's impressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's been lots of live streams this week, but I edited all the stuff that come from the farm about Summer and Dawn and Candace and all of it. I managed it to get it down to 12 seconds, and it's going to be this week's episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of where's my phone? Hold on, y'all, bear with me. This week's episode of Daisies of Our Lives. We bring you. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I really hooked everybody up by doing this too. This is all week. Oh, hold on, let me get this off. Bear with me. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's not moving. It's not moving. There we go.
Hey y'all, Candace needs some gas money to get back to Dawn. Donate, hit that cash app.
Man, it lagged and screwed my joke up.
Hey y'all, Candace needs some gas money to get back to Dawn. Donate, hit that cash app.
I apologize, y'all. Computer's messing up on me now.
We can play it again in just a minute.
I think it's the storm we're currently in. That's all there was, though. Is a bunch of Candace needs gas money. They say, though, they come up with $300, something like that.
Yeah. Apparently, us YouTubers caused Don to. They made Don to move back to Tennessee because people kept on calling his probation officer and reporting things. Is what they're saying is the reason Don had to come back, which might be true, but do you believe that is all YouTubers' fault?
Yes.
For causing that?
Yeah, that's on us. So I kind of feel like I owed her some gas money.
Yeah. So Daisy thinks we owe Candace some money to help her get home to Donnie.
They gave me $300 and then I got high. How does that song go again?
Yeah.
Got up on Daisy's channel looking for money, and then I got high.
She wanted to get home to Donnie and swim in Daisy pool.
Had
Daisy
to
wanted
get
to
back to
swim in her
Donnie
pool.
just to get high.
And pet her goats.
Ba 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 ba. Now we're broke and Don knows why. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I got high. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
I used to love that song. It's crazy though, man. It keeps on the gift. It keeps on giving.
I'll tell you, a lot of Daisy's people were asking her questions. Like, some of them don't.
Seems like they're getting a little thin with it over there, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
They did not seem. It seemed like they're kind of getting over that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I tell y'all, man, times are hard right now.
For everyone.
For everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Everything's so high.
We was in the grocery store the other day and just like, if this keeps going, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people expect every
other people
issue they run into, people just throw money at it for them, you know? And, you know, how much gas would the Subi take to get from Arkansas to Tennessee? $50? I think it'd probably do it.
How far is that? Not too long. Probably. I'd say no more than 7,500.
I mean, it's probably a drive, but still, man, I've just never seen nothing like it. You know, I haven't.
And Daisy, don't let Candace fool you. The reason she's on your channel because you keep on putting her Cash App up there. That's probably the only reason. She don't really want to come pet goats, swim in your pool. She wants Cash App money. Don't you agree? Right? Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. She stopped putting that Cash App up there. Candace wouldn't be coming up on her panel.
She said I donated some. No, you didn't. I know better than that shit. John didn't see my comment. He knows I'm lying. I wouldn't donate to that woman.
Hey, I wouldn't mind helping people. I know it's going to what they want, needing help for. With her, you just don't know where the money goes,
Yeah, you don't.
So, one of her subscribers like, what happened to the money she collected the other night? They were asking Daisy. She's like, oh, she had to go buy her a phone card or something with that. So, they're getting tired of it.
I just don't get it, man. I really don't. I mean, is this what's going to happen for? I mean, when does it end? It just keeps going.
The free ride or trying to get a free ride.
And I'm telling you, the longer this lasts, the less, in my mind, chance there are we're ever going to find anything out. Because it ain't nothing going to happen because the pressure's too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When she keeps on getting handouts, really.
I pray to Jesus Daisy doesn't video Candace in a bikini in her pool.
Yeah, me either. Please no. Both of them in the pool has to be seen.
She needs a dang job. I'm not keeping any lazy ass up.
Me either.
You would.
Me either.
You would think it'd be a hard way to get down.
Yeah.
I tell you though, the stuff I seen on YouTube today.
All the drama going on.
That's all it is. Every channel, something crazy. I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to look into something. Because there's some suspicious shit been happening lately. And until I know 100% sure, I ain't calling nobody out. But I tell you what, man, if what I think's been going on is going on,
it's not good.
I'm gonna call it out because it's some straight bullshit. And
we try not to do a lot of drama on our channel, but I don't know. There's a lot of drama going on. It seems like some stuff you got to maybe talk about.
Yeah.
We find out what's really going on.
Yeah. And there's not. I think the last relevant thing was Dawn's past charges. I really think that is probably the most relevant thing to come out on Summer's case in a while.
Painting thief.
Yeah,
Dawn.
The lingerie theft.
That's freaky.
That makes Dawn a much bigger suspect in my mind, and that's why it's blowing my mind that people are still supporting him
just can't
2 years later, and still nobody knows where Summer is, and they haven't been cleared.
Nope.
And it's so weird now. Today, I see everybody's back on to the scamathon stuff again.
About the billboards and stuff.
And I'm not going to get super into this, and I'm not going to mention no names, but now I see people that's been the topic of the scam calling out other people about the scam like none of the other shit ever happened. But I found a weird thing, and we're going to get into it more maybe by next Monday. I'm sure we'll know something one way or the other. But either way, it's going to be newsworthy, I think.
Yeah.
I can't wait until all three of them are in prison. Who's the third one? Grandis?
I think Grandis might have knew something because she was there with Candace that day. You know, maybe.
Oh yeah, I didn't say.
You never know. She might have been the leader. You never know.
She's bad luck if nothing else.
Yeah, definitely.
You know. I don't think. Maybe somebody in chat can explain this. I didn't. What is Don on probation for that they called him back?
I don't know. Is it for his charges? He got out and still had charges? I'm not for sure. That's what I was wondering.
I didn't think he got. I
think
thought
he
that
had-
was
yeah,
it. Like when he did his
Yeah,
time,
that's what I was
that shit was done.
Yeah, you're right. I think so. That's what.
Does he may know 100% that any of that's true about him?
Been on probation. Does anybody know what it's for? I'd
Yeah.
like to know.
I'd love to know it because that don't make sense to me. For one thing, the probation officer would, if he's on probation, for him to leave the state, the probation officer would have had to give him permission, right?
Yeah.
That probation officer ain't going to like for the DUI.
What was he in jail for? I wonder.
He was in jail for violating
Probation.
probation for the DUI, and I guess he was on probation initially for the DUI. That probation hasn't
okay.
ended.
Gotcha.
Should have a breathalyzer installed and be on probation. Okay, so where was I going with this? Help me out. Oh, damn.
Something about probation. I think. I forgot to. I was staring off. I don't know. You were talking about something good, I think. What was it? Sorry, guys. What was he talking
His
about?
violation was the DWI. He may have gotten probation for the DWI.
See, I'm confused. Wouldn't they made him serve? Well, he had to serve time for the probation he broke.
That's the penalty in Tennessee for second DUIs. I think a year in jail on probation / breathalyzer.
So he did he went back. I don't see. I still don't get it.
I don't know. I was going somewhere way different with it.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Something about.
it just hasn't been our evening, man, has it?
I forget too. I'm just as bad. 2 minutes. We changed the subject. They could probably tell you what you're saying.
No, nobody's helping out. I don't think nobody knows what I was saying, even me.
It's okay. That happens sometimes.
I know what I meant to get to eventually, though, was one of my points I was going to say is you used to be able to, like, go to 20, 30 channels at any given time and look at something they did recently and find out something probably about Summer's case. Those days are over.
Now it's
all about some bullshit.
or past stuff, bringing it back up again, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or something crazy that makes no sense.
Yeah.
He caught another DUI charge while he was on probation. He had to
Oh.
back up to that time that he was on probation for because he violated. So when he got back out, they put him back on probation.
Oh,
Okay, that makes sense.
thank you. That makes it a lot better. Clear, don't it?
So he's got so many charges, and like I've bitched about a million times, there's junior and senior, and tons of charges don't have people's names or ages attached. Yeah. You can't get the age and all this, and all that. But probation. That's what I was trying to get back to. Is the way I understand it, you have to get permission to move. So they're trying to act like he got called back. I'm wondering if it wasn't a thing of where the job ended and he, the probation officer was like, yeah, you can go work this job. Right. And then the job ended and he just had to go back home.
Yeah.
And they're using that instead as a way to play this big pity party fundraising shit about YouTube is the reason he got called back. I don't think a probation officer is going to get some calls from some people saying, hey, I was watching YouTube
Yeah, really.
and that Don was really acting up, fella. Get him back to Tennessee now. I don't believe that. And that's what I think a bunch of this is so dishonest is how they represent things falsely, right?
Mhm.
I think it was probably either he lost his job, because, I mean, let's face it, it appears he's still doing stuff. I mean, it could have been a million different reasons, but a probation officer just think will be wishy-washy about agreeing to let him leave state and pulling him back because some people said,
Yeah.
called because they seen him on YouTube or whatever.
And nobody put Don in the situation he's in but himself. He's the one that broke the law. He's the one on probation. It's him. It's not our fault. It's him. He wouldn't be on probation if he didn't commit a crime
See,
or do
somebody
something
said,
wrong.
didn't Ken say that Don hurt his back? See, and there you go too. Yeah, they bring that up too, but
Different
they
stories.
it's 30 different things. Oh, well, he hurt his back, but even though he hurt his back, the real problem was YouTube. I mean, it's so just.
They put out there what would help them the most, the situation, to make people feel sorry for them. Really, So
Well, as long as people keep just letting them by with this
nonsense.
nonsense, why would they stop?
Yeah, definitely.
And don't think that I think a lot of people think that they're all just beat down by this YouTube stuff, because I don't believe that. Because you wouldn't be going back if it bothered you that damn much, would you?
No.
They can't stay away from being on YouTube.
Yeah. And it's probably, in my opinion, perfect time for Candace to get a job. She has nothing better to do, but no, she can't work. She don't have kids to take care of, What does she sit around and do all day, That would be really boring.
That see it like that is what I don't understand.
Yeah. If I lost my kids, I would have to do something to keep my mind occupied. I couldn't be sitting around thinking about it.
Convicted career criminals living a deviant lifestyle. Donnie can't tell the truth. He's a career criminal, and words it his way. He's the victim, not Summer.
You got that right.
Oh, amen to that.
Yeah, victim.
And he plays it like a fiddle too.
And he plays the God thing too, and I don't think that's right. When it's convenient for him, he throws that out there.
His probation officer was probably sent videos of them being drunk in the motel, and that is what made them bring him back to get on his butt about it and give him one last warning.
Probably, you don't know.
Good chance.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, in that one, he's pretty damn toasted when he goes on the racial rant.
Yeah.
Boy, he better hope that he don't get a man of color as his probation officer and he sees a video like Dawn makes.
Oh, he'll have it out for Dawn, won't he?
Oh. Okay, here we go. And this goes around a lot lately too, I've noticed. We all talk about how bad Donnie is. I agree, he's a horrible person, but I see Candace worse than him because she was the mother of Summer. Why didn't she give her own little girl a bath?
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to be kind of giving her a pass lately. Like, Dawn's this control freak, and I tell you, I don't see it.
No, I don't either.
Like, there's this one video where Dawn's on YouTube and he's talking to somebody, and there's her in the background jamming the music. I hear her throw him an F-bomb or two.
Can't talk.
She doesn't. She's not this
scared
woman. I don't see it. Candace likes her whiskey. There you go. So at least part of the time she's got
drunk.
What do you call that? 10 foot tall and bulletproof syndrome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Paula Walker.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you. true. Very true.
Man, I seen a damn $11 box of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, he was telling me about it at the grocery store.
I mean, I guess maybe where I don't go to the grocery store as much, I'm in more shock than you are. But when I seen that, man, I was like, I remember when you could get Fruit Loops like 2 for $5 at least, right? One box, $11, man. I'd have passed out.
It was a giant box, he said. Pretty big. Family box.
Yeah, but
That big.
$11.
I wouldn't pay no $11 unless it was like a jumbo size.
Here we go. Dick Dollar, you on a roll this evening, buddy. I agree with this too. Donnie lies by omission and speaks religion when he sobers up and repents.
Yeah.
Donnie repents like it's his menstrual cycle, at least once a month.
Yeah, that's what he does, exactly.
You nailed that shit. I tell you what, I've noticed there's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
I've noticed there's somebody else I've seen him kind of doing that lately, it seems.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you can be a Christian and, you know, be a good person and still cuss and stuff, but sometimes it's just ridiculous. It's your actions more than your words, you know what I mean? Just how he acts half the time. Yeah, he says he's a Christian, but does he really live like a Christian? No. That's my opinion.
You know, it's weird too when you think about, because like I was saying, you know, when he did the lingerie thing, he was already 42.
Yeah.
I cannot see Candace picking. I don't know. The whole their relationship just seems so weird to me.
Yeah.
For some reason, like how they met up in there, like he's in his early 40s. She's how much younger is she than him?
Probably about 15, 18
Well,
years.
he's 57, right? She's
40.
Somebody help me out. How old is Can right now?
41. 40 or 41, I think.
Can is live crying.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
On what channel? Daisy's. I think she's 40 or 41, somebody told us the other day.
So
Holly did.
So that would make her 16 years younger than Dawn. That seems right. Dawn is 16.
Yeah.
So when they met, he would have been about 40. She would have been like in her early 20s.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
That's odd, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. That old.
42, 58. Okay, so 16 years. Yeah. So when she met him, she would have been in her, well, about mid-20s, but still. That's so weird to me.
I think she was looking for probably a daddy figure. They say that's what happens a lot of times when you don't have a dad.
Well, I wonder if she's made it back to the arms of her man.
I hope.
Well, she had the gas money.
Donnie, I'm coming home. Daisy.
$200. She could have flew first class.
Maybe.
For that. I think they have an open relationship.
Maybe. I could see that, definitely. Open relationship causes problems, I'm sure.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't like to share.
He can't deal with one woman half the time.
Yeah.
Imagine having two, me one on each side.
It'd be rough.
What? It would be rough, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want another one. I'm good with one. I'm not a man of my early 20s anymore. You know it?
Yeah.
I'm still amazed though by them two, and how
They must be in love. They go back to each other all the time, or they're dependent on each other, maybe more so than anything.
Do y'all think there is any situation in where neither one of them knows what happened to Summer at this point? I don't anymore, man. I used to think there's a chance, but I swear they both seem so at peace with the circumstances.
No, yeah.
I don't see no wonder, nothing. I feel like they both know now. I used to feel like there was a chance maybe Dawn didn't,
Yeah.
but now I feel like they,
Even
whatever
if
it is, they know.
she was taken or something, I think they might have a good idea who it was. Really. If it's that situation.
I feel like they definitely know who it was.
Yeah.
If it was a taken, I feel like they know who that is. And why they won't say is because I feel like there's a reason for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Ride or die, codependent, Bonnie and Clyde type criminals.
Yeah, codependent, and they've been together a while, so yeah.
But if y'all don't remember, Candace was married to an older man before Dawn. See, I wasn't sure about that guy. I didn't. Is that the one that she has the kids with? Was he an older man? Andrew?
That's
His
what
name was Andrew.
Oh, really? That's what I'm saying. She's looking for a daddy figure, pretty much. That's really because she didn't have one.
That must be how she rolls, though. Is she likes a man to take care of her, and I guess she just puts up with some bullshit.
Yeah.
So Dawn's got to be a bumpy ride, don't it?
Mm-hmm. I couldn't put up with the drinking and swearing and stuff. Going off on his rants, calling people the N word and saying that word, the awful word, all the time.
Not both. At least one of them knows. Yeah, somebody knows.
Candace, I definitely think she knows something. The timeline's not right. She knows more than what she says, don't she?
I can't see it having been Dawn and Candace don't know.
Yeah.
There's people that think that. And I thought JLR was onto something, but he seems to think that Dawn, it's definitely Dawn, and Candace might not know it. And I just don't see that. They never cried for Summer.
No.
Something they don't do for Summer either, I don't get, is they don't talk to her. Like when they do the interviews, you think they'd be like, baby, if you can hear me, mommy and daddy haven't forgot about you. We love you. We're looking for you. Hang in there. We'll never give up. You don't ever hear that.
It's like they have no hope.
Yeah.
No hope.
Yeah.
Like they know. Like you said, they know what happened to her pretty much. And they're okay with that.
The first ever missing parents to utter the words, we don't want to talk about her tonight. It's not about them.
No.
This is about Prayer Garden being mean to Daisy. That's what matters tonight. Bullshit.
Why be on YouTube if it's not talking about you missing kids,
All right, I want everybody that's a regular to chime in on this. And I'm going to say this so we can look back. You got to make a call right now. Carlee Russell, is it a hoax or is it not? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Go ahead and put it in the chat, and then we'll look back later and see who's brave enough to call it that. I tell you, I'm calling it that. I just feel like that makes no sense.
Yeah, I think I am too. We might get in trouble, but
I'll take it back if I end up having to. But in my opinion, that story, the way it went down and all that, seems like a hoax.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, but
Ooh, Tina, you don't think it was? Suzette don't think it was.
We might be in trouble.
Well, now look. To me, I don't know how we'll do that. If it's a mental health thing, that still falls under hoax. It's still she did not get kidnapped by some stranger using a child as bait.
Definitely.
Okay. I can't make that call yet. Sorry. No, that wasn't the rule. The rule was you got to go in just to see how your intuition is. And we're going to look back and grade each other on intuition at the time. From what you have to work with, we need your opinion. Well, I think most everybody did. Well, hoax, yes. I tell you what, you two that said no, y'all y'all are gonna look like the smartest two
Yeah, if you get it
ever
right.
if it's not. Well, damn it, I was going for mental. Okay, no. Mental health falls under hoax. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, but
It wasn't a
it
real
wasn't
situation.
a real situation of
Yeah.
it going that way. But you can keep me at no. Okay. Maybe this was some kind of scam to get reward money, and then they realized, oh shit, this isn't going to work.
You never know.
Boy, wasn't they saying though that reward money it was like 55 grand in no time?
Yeah, I think it got up to 75 or
Yeah, I don't know.
60.
I know it was like bam,
Yeah.
though it got to like 50, 55 overnight.
Yep.
Is it true that they've lawyered up? Somebody
Yeah.
said that earlier. Is it?
Oh, somebody said it. I was going off of that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
could
don't
look,
know.
but I was going off of what somebody said.
Just Google that shit real quick. Say, has Carlee Russell lawyered up and see what it pulls up. Yes, they have a lawyer.
Okay.
Lonnie, Tina, I've been wrong before. I have too, Tina. I don't know, man. The circumstances just seem so weird that somebody would do it the way that went down.
And the law enforcement not coming out with a statement, and I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, you would think if law enforcement was really concerned, they would have made a statement that everybody needs to be on the lookout. There's somebody abducting women using, how would you put that? Bait.
That's not coming up.
Something is wrong. No one else saw a child. See,
Yeah.
that was the one thing that to me, and I find it so weird that Apple Watch stayed with the car.
Yeah. See, he's the one brought that up. I'm like, yeah, that's a good thought there.
Because that Apple Watch could have been tracked.
Yeah. If it was a hoax, she probably didn't think there was a camera there. I wouldn't have thought there was a camera there. Her walking to the other side of the car, that was suspicious. It don't match the call, how it happened.
See, I don't like how people act too, man. They're like, hey, they deserve privacy. Well, now listen, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, hey, everybody stop and pay attention to my daughter's story and help find her. And then say, oh, well, she come home. Don't worry about that. Don't ask nothing else. You can't do that. You done got everybody, worried and I'm sure a lot of people, especially women that lived around that area, was probably horrified by hearing that, So you can't have it both ways.
When it happened, I found out about the story. I sat there and staring at that video footage and trying to figure out what happened. That's scary,
Yeah.
A lot of people, were involved in the case. They should know what happened, I think. We should get an answer, right?
See, I don't think.
We might be wrong. Okay, we've been wrong before.
I just can't figure out what the motive was.
Yeah, me either.
There's no way that I don't.
That's the thing too. I struggle with what's the motive for that? That's why I go back and forth. But I have to say one thing, so I would go with hoax probably.
It's a hoax.
But I'll go back and forth. So.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure. I would. Well, I don't know.
They said they were going to investigate a couple of days, but that could turn into a week or two. So
I would say by next Monday we'll have a really clearer picture of if it was or
yeah. Just think law enforcement will probably go back to video cams in that area where she was walking home, what vehicle she got out of, what they track her. I'm sure they'll have more evidence and more camera footage. Of her if she ended up walking to her house. Where she was coming from. Like the people on that street would have camera footage of her.
See, the people talking tonight, they were talking about you on the other side of the woods there was houses and stuff.
Really?
That's what I've been wondering the whole time was like, what's right over there? Because in all the video I seen, I never seen no other car that looks like it could have picked her up, at least not in the camera's vision.
Unless they were parked behind there.
Behind where?
Where the houses and stuff was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now that we know that's back
Yeah.
there, that makes me even more believe in the hoax theory. If there
Yeah.
wouldn't have been nothing that way, I would have thought, well, I still don't know, but it seems more likely now.
But somebody that would grab her could be parked back there too. So you know what I mean?
Whatever their thinking was, though, there's no way that was going to work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were always going to have to explain where you'd been. And then you really set it up by the scream and the story. You know, I don't know. Why would she need a lawyer if she was kidnapped?
Really?
Did you find it?
No.
If it ever said that?
Let's pull up articles. Let's see it. I probably would have to read down the article.
She done it for attention, maybe. I don't know why not take that cool car, LOL. Yeah, she had a nice Mercedes. The boyfriend said she had been fighting for her life.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I seen that too, Suzette. Nice houses. Michelle After Dark has a video of the houses. I might look into that because I know it tells the mile marker, and you can look in on that from Google Maps. You know it?
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Shit, I wish I'd have wrote that down and we'd look it up real quick. If we can map in, you know it.
And she picked up food. All that food would go to waste. Why'd she do that? I think about that kind of stuff too. You know?
Rachel, we hear you about the 17-year-old boyfriend, but
Her boyfriend was 17? Ew.
that's what she's saying.
That's not good.
All you can charge her with is false reports. She probably knows that by now and lawyered up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody ever gets in trouble for that shit, for doing stuff that lying like that.
They should, because that's all the resources and stuff that goes, on trying to look for the person.
Yeah,
the family, what you put the family through, her parents. That's not right.
I tell you though, I will be surprised if the parents knew anything about it. Because their interview, I was like, them parents, regardless.
No, they didn't probably know anything.
I don't feel like she's in on it. I reckon they knew her, and this was done as a warning.
Oh, you think
to duel with either her boyfriend or a family member? As a warning.
See, that would be hard though. How would you know she'd pull over?
That's the thing.
How would they target her? Just her.
That's why I hate her whole story, is because there's no way you could target any specific person by going about it like they did.
Yeah.
But damn, you know what it makes you think still though now? If there's a housing development right there, maybe a kid could have been over there at the wood line or somewhere that she spotted.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
But not necessarily. There still wouldn't have been a reason for her to get abducted if the kid had walked over, you know?
The parent be looking for the kid. Hey, you're not calling the 911 on me for not watching my kid. Not mad.
That would fit.
Yeah.
There's a parent. They're like, oh shit, where's Junior at? CPS was just here last week because we misplaced him. Oh, there he is. He's over there. Oh, is this your kid? I just found him. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That would fit, kind of, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Probably. The only thing I can think of. That's what I thought initially when I heard the story before I seen the video or something. That might have happened. Like an angry parent. Don't report me, you know. I'll take my kid. Leave me alone. You know.
Just think about what she done now. Small children, if somebody does see a small child, they're going to be less likely to stop. That's what angers me the most. Yeah, it make you think now. Oh shit, I remember hearing about this one time. Hell no. That's a trick. Still drove a long way with the flashers on. That throws me off. Yeah, she gave a big warning as to what she was doing. There's no doubt about that.
That's my point. Like, she... How
far
do you think that was a pretty good distance where she's slowing down? How could she seen that kid unless she had really good eye vision? You know, that far away.
See, that's why it makes me wonder if she hadn't done a
That's what I'm
circle.
thinking too. Yeah. But you know what? They have that camera footage. They could tell if a kid was walking up and down there. They'll be
Yeah.
able to look back. You know,
Yeah.
they probably already. I'm sure they've already reviewed that information. You know they have. So
Well, and see when that report comes out too, the report says no one else reported seeing a child. So you would have think even if they would have seen one in the footage, they wouldn't have pushed that no one else reported seeing a child,
true, very true. Yeah.
right?
Because if they were on video, you know, everybody else would witness that and see them.
Sue said such a nice person. She said, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt until I get some more info.
There you go. I'm usually like that, but on this one, there's too much stuff that don't line up. Really.
You're a good person, Suzanne.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing to be like that. I wish I had more of that in me because I don't give nobody an inch
I do.
anymore.
More than he does, probably. Now I usually get screwed. Really. I'm too nice, you know, to people.
I love that y'all are like that, but it does.
Like I'll
At least
make
in Brandy's
friends,
case.
and my friend they usually use me, so I don't have any friends now.
Poor Brandy.
I just don't.
People try to get over
Yeah,
on her.
they
She's
do.
too nice,
Yeah.
man. I heard one of the 7 dwarfs was missing. Y'all want to hear some real bullshit?
What?
Oh, it's going to piss y'all off. I don't even know if I should tell you. Should I tell you?
I don't even know. What is it?
They're doing a remake of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Guess what?
What? Snow White?
They're not dwarfs.
Where are they?
Just random freaking
Men.
characters.
Why?
Ugh.
Why are they gonna mess that up? Because we're making fun of them. You know.
That makes me so mad. None of them are dwarfs in the remake. And Snow White, she's different. I can't remember how, but they didn't go with, of course.
I thought she was like. Well, no, never mind. I heard something different about her too, her looks or something, but I don't know what it was.
I can't remember, but I was shocked at that. And see, what confused me though is this is part of the woke stuff. Well, aren't you taking jobs away from small
Little people.
actors by not doing that?
Yeah.
Ain't that discriminating against them?
Yeah, it is.
I'm just talking about by the way the rules, way this game's played nowadays. Aren't you discriminating against little people by not recasting them as the 7 dwarfs?
If it would benefit them, that's what they would say. I wouldn't say. So they make it look however they want to at that time. I think they turn it, twist it. You know. This is
I
what
don't
they
know,
do
man. I'm just shocked
in
at
every scenario.
how it works, how the rules keep changing about all that. We also got to look at the girl that they just found in Texas. Police has already come out and said she was abducted. There is signs and bruising around her arms and legs from restraint.
I'm gonna have to look at that one. I think I heard something about it on the news. That might be a good video to do.
I'm not woke enough for these times. Sorry. I don't know. I can't keep up.
Me either.
I told Brandy, I said, I'm always constantly trying to figure out what something means. I quit.
Me and him, we don't watch news. I haven't watched news in forever. Have you?
No, I haven't.
For a couple of years. More than a couple.
Does anybody know the name of the girl from Texas that was abducted and they're saying was held for 30 days? We'll look it up real quick if anybody knows her name. I'm open-minded, but not so much that my brains fell out. There you go, man. Some of it I just can't keep following. There's also a middle school teacher in Texas that put her husband's blanket in cupcakes and fed them to her students. I seen that. Remember, we seen that.
Why would she do that?
That was some weird shit. I still don't get if she was doing that to be funny, sick. What was she doing that for? That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I seen that. Nobody knows the
How old was
girl's
she?
name from
17?
Texas.
Or how old was that girl that went missing?
I don't know.
I thought somebody said 17.
Let me try it. Houston, Texas. Let me try this.
Oh, here we go.
Texas girl missing held 30 days.
I think it's this girl. It was that Amber Alert. Yeah.
Jose Reyes and Jacqueline Macias were charged with kidnapping after an 18-year-old reported she had been held against her will at a home in Humble. Deputies received a call on Sunday about a woman in distress. When they arrived to the 6900 block of Foxmont Lawn, deputies say an 18-year-old woman told them she had been held against her will at a home for about a month before she was able to escape. Deputies have identified the suspect as Jose Reyes and Jacqueline Macias. According to court documents, the 18-year-old was chained to a bed, assaulted, was forced to have love. Deputies said they found marks on her hands and legs that indicated restraints. Both Reyes and Macias have been booked into the Harris County Jail and have been charged with kidnapping, with more charges anticipated.
Wow.
Deputies said Reyes and the 18-year-old met somewhere, though still unclear, and he convinced her to go back to the house willingly. The relationship between the suspects is unclear. As for the 18-year-old, deputies say she is at the hospital. It's unknown if a missing persons report was filed for her. Reyes is expected in court at 9 a.m. Tuesday. Well, if she's 18, why ain't they released her name?
That's a couple. That's crazy.
Constable arrests suspects for kidnapping. Here's what they look like.
How do you get two creepy people like that together willing to do something like that? You know?
He looks like a beta.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she's probably behind that to me.
Poor little girl.
See, he talked her back to the house and then they kept her there.
People are sick.
Is this the same one?
I don't know if that's right or not.
Yeah. Yeah. On July 16, 20, deputies with Constable Mark Herman's office responded to Hold on. Oh, I thought there was more. No, that's all there is.
Thank goodness she got away.
30 days. I wonder what their long-term plans was.
Probably not good, probably.
Well, I mean, once you kidnap them and commit
it's
the R word,
hard to release them.
You can't let them. I don't think they ever planned on letting her go, do y'all?
Thank God she got away.
That's some wild stuff, man. 30 days. That's a month of being kidnapped. What about the lady they found dead at a doctor's house? I thought that was up by y'all.
Yeah, I've seen that. She was mutilated, pretty much. I don't know if I can say that name on here, or that word.
Mutilated?
Yeah, is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange. You have to look that case up. I've seen on the news. It's very strange.
That's wild. Guys, we thank all y'all for coming. We did an hour and a half. I must have been looking at it wrong a minute ago. I'm glad all y'all weighed in, or the ones that did. When y'all come next Monday, we'll look back and see who's wrong.
Hey, I'm wrong, but a lot of times I don't care to admit it. So.
I tell you though, man, now that I know that the housing development was over there, it makes me lean a little bit more toward maybe it wasn't a hoax, because that opens up that
would explain how
there could have been a kid over there.
And that fast, it would have happened. She disappeared.
Tina said, crackheads and meth freaks everywhere. God, have y'all seen like some of the San Francisco and stuff? Oh, man. Los Angeles, we was looking at it.
It's
downtown.
like zombies almost. They look like just standing there, bent over and everything else. It's creepy, isn't it? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Those people just bend over, standing up, just in the middle of the day. It's very strange.
Well, you're welcome, Tina. You can mod anytime. I thought we modded all y'all up. Does Joyce have a wrench? Joyce, you want a wrench? She got one.
I have one. Let's see here. Let me go back to YouTube.
Y'all got a good week planned. I hope everybody has a nice week.
Yes, me too.
Just joining. Can you recap really quick? Was it a hoax? Kathy Marie, still up in the air. According to me and my audience, we think so. Yes.
Yes.
But no official word yet. But
Yeah.
all signs point that way.
But it's your whatever you think.
Did Joyce have a ranch?
I give her one.
Okay.
Did it show up on her? Oh, you can't see it.
Joyce, we give you a ranch too. Have a great week, everyone. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up. And thanks to all the members and
Yes,
all the
thank you.
subscribers and everybody that watches the videos. I got a couple ready. I'm going to release them in the next couple days. And then I'm going to try to come on
I think I did. Let's see.
Thursday or Friday in the AM-ish maybe. Because I'm going to try to start getting 2 of these in a week. And Brandy's best time's for Monday. So Brandy and me are trying to stick with making all the Mondays. And we'll try to do another one. And like I said, we're looking into some stuff. So we'll see.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum.